Hello and welcome to what I call a new video, and today we are going to be discussing how Victoria 3's dev team is currently a complete joke. Mostly because I think it's funny, and because I recently released a video called Victoria 3 is horseshit, stop lying to yourself. And the more time passes, the more I think I was right, because if you take a look at the DLC page for Victoria 3 and click on Voice of the Peoples, the $15.99 expansion for France. 27% boys. Oh yeah, I forgot. There you go. Let me post that review. Recommended. The 30% positive reviews. That's truly the voice of the people. Nevertheless, upon being absolutely clowned on for what is basically a highway robbery, they have released this dev diary right here, Voice of the People post-release update. Where you would think they would go into detail on why everyone is fucking pissed at them and why they are cringe. But no, instead of doing that, they go on to say that they have found a few issues post-release and that they are working on fixing them. We have already fixed some of them in our day one patch. Now let's take a look at the day one patch. They fixed an issue with Chinese localization. That's all they've done. That's all they've done! After the release, we've received feedback suggesting that Update 1.3 released alongside Voice of the People had a greater impact than the DLC itself. This is partially because we need to introduce a significant number of new events to support the new agitators, and revamp the Revolution Progress system. However, the main reason for this perception is is our approach to DLC development, when we don't want to lock essential mechanics behind paywalls. Mechanics spread put over multiple DLC tend to fragment the community, make smart mentions harder, complicates building new features on top of old ones, and can cause features to become unbalanced over time. This is the problem! Paradox! You're telling me the problem! I've paid $15 for what is basically a bunch of historical bastards and a journal entry that I could get with a mod. This sucks! And the journal entries are bad! It costs $15! The agitators aren't part of the DLC because they're part of the main game! And you're telling me the reason why that is the case. Now, we don't want to lock major things behind a paywall. Yes, then don't make a fucking paywall. Everyone is shitting on Vic Free. Why make it a DLC, you goddamn idiot? I am overreacting. Now let's take a look at the general reviews of Vic. That has gone down again. At the start, Victoria 3 was at about 63 to 65. It went then up because of a bunch of free patches, which were released from, I believe, October to now. I think it went up to 69, went down again. Voice of the People DLC offers a range of unique content. No, it doesn't. It offers fronts, nothing else. It offers some art, oh, that's pretty nice, and then it offers fucking journal entries for France. I'm pretty sure it offers journal entries for Germany as well, but I don't... Is that part of the DLC or just the update? I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't offer anything. It doesn't offer a range of unique content, and I don't know why you fucking underlined it. It's not a link or anything. You just really want to make people think you're right. You're not. You're lying. While we understand that the number of features and improvements for the free update can lead to a lower perception of value for DLC, we do not believe that the answer here is to simply paywall more features. Just don't make it $15, Paradox! Instead, we strive to learn and improve from the criticisms of the content of Voice of the People without compromising our principal focus, which will remain on the core gameplay experience. Then don't release a DLC in the first fucking half a year! You fucking dumbass! No one is forcing you to! That's the Paradox Executive is forcing you to, but that's on you! If people buy a DLC, they're going to expect $15 worth of DLC. And let's go back to EU4. I fucking hate EU4, but they have a better DLC policy than you have. EU4, where's Domination? There you are. Domination, $20. $20. Just $5 more than the Vic Free one. Ottomans, Ming, Japan, Russia, Novgorod, Castile, Aragon, France, England, Great Britain, Angevin Empire. That is so many more countries. With such more interesting government reforms and game mechanics than Vic Free has, and it's just $5 more. Like what? This isn't even all. It also gives you designs. It's just $5 more. What do you mean? Stupid as fuck! And then you might make the argument that I haven't bought the DLC. Yes, I don't play EU form. It's fucking... Nevertheless, back to the Death Diary. On the topic of lessons learned, in case you missed it, what was originally part of the pre-order bonus were made available to everyone. Bruh! That's like saying, oh yeah, I fucking kicked the guy in the head and he cried afterwards, so I apologized to him. Like, huh? Of course! Anyone knows this! That's... Oh, we can learn from our lessons. Here's an example of us doing that. It's the stupidest fucking example you could pick. What do you mean? You don't learn lessons though, because everyone was complaining about the warfare system and it's still not fixed. I digress. Finally, on a note about a more distant future. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention they announced 2 more DLCs. Right here. Actually 3. Fucking hell. Melodies of the Masses. Spheres of Influence. The name is really funny to me. And Dawn of Wonder. Spheres of Influence is an actual major DLC, which is coming in 2024. You gotta wait more than a year for a major DLC. See, the reason why Spheres of Influence is funny to me is because Spheres of Influence in Victoria too, they are a thing in the base game. You don't need a DLC for that. Everyone hates them. They are the worst mechanic in the game for everyone, and then they name a DLC after it. Paradox. Oh yeah, by the way, in Dawn of Wonder is just gonna be like a weird art pack, I think. They added day and night cycle and they listed like it's some fucking objective they've completed. Oh yeah, we added a day and night cycle and you're gonna have to pay $15 for it, you fucker. Doesn't have any effect on the paper map view. What? Wait, what? I didn't read that bit. What? So you're telling me that I'm paying $15 to see a day and night cycle? Not even all of the time. Secondly, regarding Spheres of Influence, which is coming next year. As mentioned in the description, among several other features of the major expansion will add power blocks, which lets you spread your influence across the world via soft power. You want diplomacy in your diplomacy game? Well, you better pay up 30 fucking bucks, because that's what it's gonna cost, isn't it? Okay, let me rant for a moment. Crusader Kings 3, right? There's a lot of things here. For example, Tours and Tournament and Royal Court are the 2 major DLCs. 30 bucks for a room! They made me pay 30 bucks for a room. And I only paid 30 bucks for the room because I wanted to make a video on this shitty ass game. And then I didn't know how to refund a DLC, so I gave up. So I just have this, and I don't want it. I didn't buy this one. It's very positive, sure. From what I've seen, I'm an editor for like the social streamer. I've seen every video which includes this DLC. And I edited the pre-launch one. It looks fun, I guess, but like it's not worth it. I'm fucking sure that if you want diplomacy in your diplomacy game, you're gonna have to pay up 30 bucks. What? No, it doesn't. What? Victoria 3 space game already has features to model the Spheres of Influence mechanic from Victoria 2. No, you don't. Subjects and customs union. Are you making subjects out to be some fucking revolutionary thing? That is a way to feature the sphere of influence of a nation? Whoever wrote this is smoking something. I want that. Yeah, that one's right. Because Vic 2 is the better game. Yes. That people, if they get someone in the customs union, they sphere them. It makes sense. Subjects. Members in the customs union share a unified market but no other diplomatic ties. While subject nations are forced to participate in Overlord's market and have a number of diplomatic restrictions placed on them as well. The ability to influence, or dominate over countries to force them into your market sphere is already something you can do in Victoria 3. No. Why are you lying? I played the game. I played the game for 260 hours. Why are you lying to me? What? If you ask them, you can't force them in. If you puppet them, yeah, they're gonna be in your market. But that's not really diplomatic now, is it? The idea behind Starbucks make a shared market merely one of numerous ways in which countries can cooperate with or without another. Yes, makes sense. That's diplomacy. The most fundamental of these, and the core mechanic itself, will be part of the free update, delivered alongside of the expansion. Much like with Voice of the People, we don't want to fall in the... Hold on, let me read that again. Much like with Voice of the People, we don't want to fall into the trap of making the base game obsolete over time by locking key mechanics behind paid expansions. The various ways in which players can customize power blocks will help make different great powers more distinct. Enhance interactions and dependencies between nations, make influence and prestige feel more meaningful, and so on. While some of these options will be free update, others will be paid expansion. Grey Eminence is a game made by EU4 modders. These modders are trying to make an historical game from the year 1356 to 1956. Probably the largest time frame any grand strategy game has ever seen. They have talked in depth about all of the simulations going on in their game and are currently actively in development. Grey Eminence is made by an indie studio calling themselves the Nestinars. I would advise you to not buy any of Paradox's shit until this comes out. Because this is the only thing that competes with Paradox, which is why they can do this! On that note, the Spheres of Influence expansion blurb will also investing into foreign economies will be a feature. That's base game, Vic 2! You're gonna wait an entire year to give me something that is in base game, Vic 2! And there have been concerns. This means we're going back on our earlier promise of making foreign expansion available in a free update. To be clear, we're always going to allow foreign expansions in your subject nations with or without this. They are locking it behind the DLC! I'm getting lightheaded! Yeah, sure. It's fine. That's fine. The release dates of Dawn of Wonder and Spheres of Influence listed on Steam are placeholder dates until respective announcements, but do roughly reflect reality. The Spheres of Influence is scheduled for early 2024 to allow sufficient time to implement new features of considerable complexity. But that's not how long you have to wait. There's another major update. We're planning another major free update with an open beta before 2023 is over. Wait, that means nothing. We're basically at the start. We're in the middle of 2023 and we have to wait months for another update. I should do these weekly. I wanna know what the fuck the post-release plans are. They're gonna release next week. Oh fuck. Oh shit. Oh fuck. I'm ready to read that one. I didn't. I'ma be real. I stopped. I stopped reading after this because this just seems like a self-righteous asshole moment where they just say, "Oh, look at us go." Where we do a day and night cycle if you zoom in. This is so much work.